Hello all, welcome back to FCN, Fragrance Community Network, everything fragrance related. Today, I want to talk to you guys about a company that I ended up recently discovering. This company has all sorts of inspirations, a beautiful presentation, long-lasting fragrances, very interesting names to say the least. This company goes by the name of Oakcha. I found out that this was a sister company of one of my favorite fragrance oil companies, PERFUME. They were kind and generous enough to send a fragrance out for us to take a look at and review with you guys. Today's fragrance is a fragrance called Cloudburst. See, they have a message here on the inside. Welcome to our world of fragrances. We handcraft our fragrances using premium perfume extracts from across the world. Each fragrance is a unique sensory experience that will leave a lasting impression wherever you go. Tantalize your senses and capture every moment with perfect fragrance. Very lovely design on this here. I just love the presentation. On the side here, you see Oakcha imprinted in gold letter, and it opens up with a magnetic clasp keeping it closed. On the back it states crafted in New York, and when you open this up, you see that the fragrance is securely seated inside of the box. Removing this from the box here, you can see that this will sit perfectly inside there, nice and snug, and will not move. Beautiful bottle here. Gorgeous design with the matte black finish. Gorgeous design here with the matte black finish and the gold lettering. The cap seems to hold very well. Pull this up to reveal a gold atomizer. Beautiful presentation on this. Extrait de Parfum concentration. This is a 1 ml. This is a 1 ounce bottle. Very solid presentation. Let's take a look at the atomizer. Golly, puts out quite a bit of juice. And from what I can smell, this is very pleasant. We'll try on a few sprays. 3 times a charm. Now I have this sprayed here, but first, let's take a look at the notes. Now while I'm letting this fragrance settle, if you haven't yet, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and hit the bell to stay notified whenever we upload content. So let's go ahead and pull up our notes. The notes for this fragrance: top notes of grapefruit, Calabrian bergamot, Sicilian lemon, heart notes of sandalwood, and with the base, musk, ambergris, and cedarwood. Let's go ahead and check out our fragrance. What I get when I smell this fragrance, you're going to get the apparent freshness from the bergamot. The Sicilian lemon is going to come in and play a nice role right alongside that bergamot as well. I don't get as much grapefruit as I personally would like. I love grapefruit in a fragrance. I love how invigorating and refreshing of a take it can place on a fragrance, and it can really change it and just give it a new facet. The woodiness in this fragrance is apparent, but it's more so toned down, and it's not so obnoxious or overpowering like I thought it would be. This is more so of a peppery, fresh, spicy sort of a fragrance. And as you get down to that base, you get a nice, smooth, slightly mysterious, musky base with that musk and that ambergris. The cedarwood comes in and adds just a slight smolder, just a slight smokiness to it. I found this fragrance to be pleasant. It would be something that I would reach for a little bit more often if it displayed a few more characteristics that I'm interested in. Maybe a bit more of the grapefruit to come up in the top. Maybe a little bit more smolder from the cedarwood. Maybe something a little bit sweeter to counteract some of the woodiness and some of the musk in that base. Overall, this is a phenomenal fragrance. This is actually an inspiration of Creed's Himalaya. That fragrance I haven't had a chance to try just yet, but I could imagine being able to pick up this fragrance here for the convenient price of $39.99 on their website. I could imagine that this would be a steal. Last I checked, Creed Himalaya goes for anywhere between $100, maybe $200, depending on where you shop for it. In today's time, people are hard pressed for finance. And so being able to find a fragrance that's affordable, easy access, performs well, it's something that has become quite essential. As I can see, Oakcha has done a fine job at being able to gauge quality, affordability, as well as presentation, and being able to wrap it all up at a great price point. $39.99 for this fragrance isn't bad. It's a 1 ounce bottle, Great presentation, performs well. These fragrances tend to last on you for quite a while. You see the ability to pay just a little bit more attention to detail and just the overall fragrance. Another thing that stands out to me is the longevity of the fragrance. Not in the sense of how long does it last on skin, but in the sense of the actual shelf life. Being able to have a fragrance that is already placed in a matte black bottle and then a box that you can actually keep it in that's easy access, easy to open up and grab the fragrance, easy to close back up, and you're able to store this on your shelves without it necessarily taking up room. That's essential for me. I could imagine this fragrance working well in the spring, possibly on a summer night, and maybe early fall. I'm not exactly sure how this will perform in the winter, but I could imagine in a controlled setting, it will probably still do well in those settings as well. Of course, any fragrance is subjective to whichever gender will prefer it. In my honest opinion, this one leans a little bit more on the masculine side, but I feel that a woman could easily pull this off just as well. If you're interested in picking up this inspiration from Oakcha, I'll drop the link in the description where you guys can check out this fragrance for yourself and take a look at their entire selection. Again, this is priced at the low cost of $39.99. Very convenient price point for decent presentation, decent performance, and a very interesting inspiration. As I said, I'll drop a link in the description where you guys can check that out for yourself. I'd like to take this time to thank you guys for tuning in to FCN, Fragrance Community Network. Everything fragrance related. Have a good evening.